Okay, so we're back again with once again another video, and once again this is a bit unscripted, not really thinking about the topic I have at hand, but let's get into it. Now, if you guys have been following my YouTube journey for the past couple of years, you would know that the type of content I make is not just purely fitness. It's mostly about sharing my human experience and, hold on, technical difficulties, So yeah, you'll know that my channel is not just about, gym, working out and things like that. My channel is more about helping people evolve as a human being and really become the best version of themselves. Now, today's topic, we're going to be talking about maintaining a high vibration and not allowing your past or your shadow side to pull you back down to where you once was, to pull you back down to the depths of darkness. So let me explain what a high vibration is. A high vibration is technically an operating system for the human body, right? When somebody's operating at a high vibration, it's quite literally like having a pair of really expensive, really high quality VR headset on. That's what it feels like. Your sense of perception, the way you see things, the way you view the world, your peace of mind, your mental state of being, all this is in unity when you're on a high vibration. How you'd know if you're on a high vibration is that you, on a day-to-day basis, you feel a sense of peace, you feel a sense of connection to the divine, you feel a sense of, just being whole within. No matter what's going on around you, of course you're gonna feel emotions, but you don't allow it to take you off your center core. That's one of the few examples of being on a high vibration. Now, as for your shadow side, aka being in a low vibration, this is the animalistic side of the human body, the animalistic side of yourself, because there must be duality. You have your good side and you have your negative side. Without each other, none of the others could exist. You need both to survive, right? But I believe the whole goal of, being in this human body, and I guess us being on earth, I'm not perfect, but us being on earth, I believe, is to kind of transcend the lower nature of ourselves. Now, you might be asking me, what makes someone low vibrational? To put it simply, someone being in a low vibration is technically someone that indulges in their sensory pleasures. So that's people that live up to the next dopamine high, or like people that always want to go out drinking, people that always want to get high. Those people that tend to sometimes always want to escape their current reality. So essentially, to put it quite simply, a low vibrational is someone that seeks to experience pleasure all the time, and it seems like that's all they're chasing in life. And again, there's a time and place for everything. I'm not saying that going for a drink sometimes, smoking or going to the club or enjoying pleasurable human experiences is a bad thing. Of course not. We're human beings, right? But you see, too much of everything leaves the other side of yourself unbalanced. Too much of everything is bad. Just how too much of a good thing is a bad thing too. There needs to be duality in certain things. So I say that to say this, man. I'm not here to tell you what to do in your life. We all have different paths. We all have different circumstances that make us the people we are today. However, I believe every soul on this earth intuitively knows what's holding them back from becoming their true potential, from becoming their best self. And you might want to deny it all you want, you might want to brush this to the side all you want, but we all know intrinsically what needs to be changed in our lives to experience our divine nature, experience our true self. Being in a high vibration is essentially a super powerful connection to the divine. I'd explain it like this. When you're in your house, right, you have the Wi-Fi router, how you get your internet in the house, right? Now, There's two types of connections you can do in the house. There's the wireless one, which is you can connect from a distance. And what most people don't know, there's actually a special cord that you can connect into your laptop that goes straight into the router. So you can get that straight, untethered, no problems with the connection whatsoever with the connection. That wired connection is how I would explain being on a high vibration. It's how I would explain a divine connection to the Most High, to God. It's that connection that's unable to be broken unless you disconnect it yourself. See, what I've realized as I've gone along this journey of life is that the real battle is not really people all around you. They're just expressing what's going on inside. The real battle is not them. The real battle is yourself. The real battle is your higher self versus your lower self. Your divine nature versus your animalistic nature. Now, we all know that people that are in prison right now, 9 times out of 10, they're in prison because they let their animalistic side take over. Do you see what I mean here? You see where I'm going? The animalistic side, of course, you need it to survive. You need it's your ego, right? You need it to, I guess, get through this life. But you gotta understand, there's gotta be balance. There's gotta be a balance between your divine and your lower nature. The main goal of life, I believe, is to actually maintain your relationship with the divine and use that power of your divine source to overcome the patterns of the lower nature, aka the low vibrational state. And this is what would be called in Christianity and believers, this would be called the Holy Spirit, aka the Ruach. See, the thing is, us humans tend to be quite, would I say arrogant? Maybe not arrogant, but I'd say quite hard-headed in a sense where we don't want to believe something until we see it. I got insects biting my back, bro. But we don't want to believe something until we actually see it. And honestly speaking, in order to receive this help with being able to transcend the lower nature, you do need to have serenity to a higher power, 100%. Because I've tried to do this alone and maintain this high vibration, and it's just not something you can do by yourself. The mind might try to take credit that it can do it by itself, but really and truly, there was an intervention of grace to help you out. And that's what you must understand to actually reach anywhere worth going in life, and even just maintaining your sanity in this dark world, man. You do need a connection to the divine. And the main thing about becoming the best version of ourselves and achieving the goals we want to achieve in life is that most of the time, if we're honest with ourselves, we are our worst own enemy. We are our own worst enemy. Most of the time, it be ourselves that stop us from really achieving what we want to achieve. Sometimes we have no excuse to make but to take accountability for our actions, man. So, I don't know if I'm waffling on for too much, but those that understand will understand that in order to be truly satisfied and feel a sense of belonging, feel a sense of fulfillment and inner peace, inner joy, inner fulfillment, non-neediness, attractive inner charisma and magnetism, you need to maintain your relationship with the divine. As for me, that's Christ, and essentially allow his power to shine through you, right? Because how I see the Ruach, this is the good part. Hopefully you guys stay to this point. The main power of having a relationship with the divine is that the Holy Spirit, aka the Ruach, which Christ left on earth before he went up to heaven. Before he left us a gift called the Holy Spirit, the Ruach. And how I see the Holy Spirit is our brains, our minds, our body, we're like a supercomputer, right? Cool. The Ruach is, let's say we're Apple computers, we're super powerful Apple computers. The Ruach, the Holy Spirit, is the iOS operating system to the Apple device. It's compatible, it works. You can't use Android to try to pair it with a super powerful Apple computer. It's not gonna work, it's not gonna function right. But the iOS operating system and the super powerful Apple computer works perfectly fine. And how I can explain this and compare this to how we are as spiritual beings having a human experience is that in order for us to really express our true self, express who we really are, we need a collab with the Holy Spirit, a collab with the Ruach. You need to connect with the divine so then his energy, his gifts can shine through you, because we are made in God's own image. And when I was younger, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really understand. Like I'd read that in the Bible and I'd be like, how can we all look like God at the same time? Because the Bible would say we are created in God's image, but it didn't make sense to me, because it's like, how can God look like so many races of people, black, white, Asian, Hispanic? How can God look like all of us at one time? But you see, because I was young, I didn't really understand the depths of what he was trying to say. And what he was really trying to say is that our spiritual nature, our soul, our spirit, God has his personality in all of us. We are all different shades of God's personality. Because again, we're not this physical vessel, but spiritual beings having a human experience. Catch what I'm saying here? Catch what I'm saying? So I don't want to ramble on for too long. Essentially, what I'm saying is, don't allow your lower self to pull you down to where you once was, where you crawled out of, or where you're currently trying to crawl out of. Stop allowing your lower self to pull you back in. Understand that you're not your mind and you're not your body. You're actually a spirit operating the supercomputer, the mind and the body. The mind and the body are together. Your soul is different, it's separate, right? Your soul is what gives life to the human body, literally, man. So catch what I'm saying. Don't allow your lower nature to drag you back down to your lower self. Maintain your relationship with the Most High. Guys, if you need online coaching, hit me up at mikemuscle.com. And guys, if you need some sort of life coaching, you can book some consultations with me anytime.